Alright, hey everyone, welcome back. Again, my name is Elijah, and this is my third day of recovery time after my double corrective jaw surgery this past Wednesday. Um, Before I get into the video, I'd like to thank everybody for their support. I can't smile, obviously, but I really appreciate the overwhelming amount of support that I've gotten from people, and it totally helped me get through this in a positive way. So thank you. So just to recap, my surgeon moved my upper jaw forward and up slightly, and then they moved my lower jaw back and up a little bit to the left. They cut out chunks of my jaw on both sides of the lower jaw, and they basically made a giant incision on the top of the upper jaw, and then two incisions on the lower jaw, and then um, so yeah, just to be clear, what you see right now is obviously not the final product. Um, right now I have two elastic bands in my mouth to keep my jaw stable from moving around too much. The surgery itself took about 4 to 4.5 hours. I spent about 3 hours in the recovery room before I got to my actual hospital room because that's basically how long it took for the anesthesia to wear off to a point where I could be somewhat awake. Um, I was pretty nauseous when I woke up, and I really didn't have a, a good basis of where I was until around 11 or midnight. Um, and as you can see, my cheeks, my face, my lips are very swollen as a result of the surgery. And that's why my lips don't look so great. I don't really have a way of um, lengthening them at the moment, just because of how everything is. Um, and um, Also, if you are going to get this surgery, do know that your lips will get swollen, and because of that, you will have a tendency to drool. That's normal. That's why I have a cloth here just in case. I hope I don't drool in front of y'all. That's a reality. It is what it is. And actually at the hospital they gave me an oxygen mask to try to keep my lips as moistened as possible. Um, and I also they took out one of the terminates in my nose, and that's actually kind of why my nose looks a little off-centered. And they also did the anesthesia through my left nostril, so that's also why it looks one of the nostrils looks a little bit off. Uh, and I can't show it off right now, but well maybe I can. As you can see, maybe my diet is infinitely better than what it was before, and that's awesome. My my surgeon said that he was very pleased with the results, so that's great and really reassuring. Um, the first night for me was really hard for the sense that I was just so out of it, and I had a hard time communicating. Um, the anesthesia that I had was placed through my nose, as I said, so the first night I was dealing with a consistent bloody nose, and because the anesthesia too went down my throat, I had a little bit of a sore throat, which made it harder for me to swallow things, and it's also very hard to sleep in the hospital because the nurses have to check your vital signs every few hours, especially the first night or two after the surgery. So I didn't get consecutive hours of sleep. Um, and you also have to sleep with your head elevated to keep the blood flow. Um, The second day sort of got better for me, from the sense that I had a better idea of where I was. The swelling went down a little bit. I had a better grasp of eating with a syringe, so this is basically what I'll be eating with for um, a while now. So anything that can sort of go in a blender, um, and you get pureed, goes in there, and that's how I'll be eating and drinking for that matter. Um, and I also had to get used to wearing this um, jaw bra, so it basically allows for paths of ice to go around and you strap it at the top of your head. Um, and I was also able to get a lock-in, and that's huge because after a surgery like this, you just don't have a whole lot of energy in you. Even now, my legs are really, really sore, just probably from not moving around a lot. And you also need to try to drink as much fluids as possible. That's huge. Um, so the second day, improved a little bit more. It was probably the hardest day for me just because of the fact that my energy levels kept going up and down and up and down, and it was hard also because the anesthesia was really starting to wear off, so I was able to feel the pain a little bit more. Now it's really crucial to understand with this surgery that the pain is not like shooting sharp pain. It's really more of a soreness, and the soreness. I mean, certainly, there's a big misconception that the pain is definitely there, and it's nothing to joke around about, and the medications are definitely needed. Um, so I definitely do that, um, and and they're also trying to wean me off of the IV fluid, so it was again really important that I started to drink more and more. Um, so, um, Earlier today in the hospital, it's my final day in the hospital, I just had again another hard time taking in energy, and I was easily agitated more so than the other days. Um, and so the surgeon felt that I was progressing along just fine, and um, in the change of scenery would be nice, so he decided to send me home. And I do need to thank my surgeon because he visited me every day that I was in the hospital. So that's just a really, really nice, something he didn't need to do. Um, that just gave me a little bit of confidence and boosting my energy levels a little bit. Um, and so, again, for people who are about to get this procedure or who are thinking about getting this procedure, I said this in my previous video, but one thing that you've got to think about is you just have to be, you know, mentally strong, and you have to be really positive with this because, um, there were a lot of times where internally I just wanted to give up. But the reality of the situation was that I was placed in a wing where people were they were recovering from pulmonary and heart surgery. So these guys were getting their sternum cut open, and this was more of a life or death kind of deal for them. And me, on the other hand, I was just getting my jaw um, went around with. Not that it's not a major surgery, but those guys had it worse. So it's just really about putting everything into perspective and just trying to think positively. So I'll probably do another update tomorrow or Monday at the latest. So until then, enjoy and be safe.